about love bombing, I'm like, great. A bomb of love?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I actually had to have a Gen Z explain to me why it was bad.
What did the Gen Z say? What did the Gen Z say?
I was like, what is love bombing? And they explained it to me. And I was like, and why is that? Why do we not want that?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's manipulative. And I'm like, in what way?
But when someone love bombs me, I just think, finally, someone who gets it.
Guys, we are here with stand-up comedian and shining smile haver, Gabby Bryan.
Oh,
You do glow, Gabby.
You have a shining smile.
I have a facial oil on. That's why.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah.
You have to tell us off the pod so we're not accidentally promoting someone who's not paying us.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, so
Thanks
happy
for
to have
having
you.
me.
Happy to have you.
I like you because you when you do comedy, you feel like someone I would actually want to hang out with, and I can't really say
rare.
that about about most comedians. You're
Yeah.
like they would be fun to like have at a roast
Or drink with.
right, but
Like
I don't
actually hang
I
with.
don't know that in daytime I would want to be around them.
That
Right.
warms my heart.
You
Yeah.
you like the way you and the way you also talk to young women. I also enjoy because you're roasting them, but
Oh, and it goes over their
Yes.
head?
I love roasting women because we deserve to be roasted,
Yes.
but I don't want, we don't need men, male
Exactly.
comedians, boy
Correct.
comedians roasting women. So, but we need someone roasting them.
Yes.
And I want them to know that I love them,
Yeah.
but we're all going to be roasted. And
Right.
I'm involved. Like I'm roasting them, but I'm also roasting myself in the process.
Yeah.
you give a lot. Like even when you're hosting your show, we learn a lot about who you are and the mistakes you've made. But like there's something because you look like you're very put together.
Oh, and you're not?
Well, and then
really?
I mean, in your reveals, I mean, obviously it could just be art, making up stuff. Who knows? Because everyone comes up like every bit of stand-up comedy is 100% accurate. I'm like, well, you will never know exactly what is real and what is not.
Sure, there's a little fluff.
You can't tell people.
Mine's real. What are you a mess? Are you like a hot mess?
I'm not a hot mess.
Okay.
I would say I'm like calm mess.
Oh,
I'm a
I love that.
contained mess.
That's
Does
fun.
that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like I make the same mistakes over and over to a point where it's not a mess really. It's kind of just a pattern.
Yeah.
Did it take you a while to realize you were making the same mistakes over and over, or have you known it the whole time?
I've known it. I kind of
It's something special when you have a front row seat to your fuck up and you're like,
Yeah.
here I go again, and I'm doing the thing, and I'm dating that person again.
Yep.
But you don't do anything about it, you just watch.
Yeah, I kind of do this thing where I go out with a guy. Let's say we're talking about dating.
Yeah.
I go with a guy. I go, he's absolutely insane. This will be funny, and then I fall in love with him.
Yeah.
So you really start, are you being honest with yourself when you truly start it just saying like, this will be funny, like this is for a joke?
Yeah, because
Really?
yes. You know what? I think we all are so riddled with disease as comedians that we're like
much.
so actually bored in real life. Like I'm pretty calm and boring in my brain, and I need some sort of outside entertainment.
Yeah.
because I don't want to perform off stage.
I agree with that part. I
Yes.
do find if I get bored, I have to cause chaos for
Yes.
sure.
So a
For sure.
chaotic
Fun.
person, I'm like, go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me a
I'll
mess that I can
go.
clean up.
Let me
Right.
listen.
What
Right.
brand of chaotic man do you like? Because there's so many different kinds.
There's so many different kinds, and they're all hot.
They're all so sexy.
They're all hot. I love a neck tattoo.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Yes, I love gold teeth. I
Oh,
love
all
yes.
gold or like one?
I
or-
love a smattering.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite celebrity in this genre of bad boy?
Oh,
I like Post Malone. Like I'll go full out. Like dirt. Like I like some. Do you smell bad? I think Post Malone probably really does smell
Yeah.
bad, but he's a
Yeah.
kind heart.
You smell them through the photos.
he seems kind.
He does. He's so
Yeah.
nice in
And
his
his lyrics are
interactions.
Why do you get face tattoos?
Why not,
I'm
Gabby?
sure. I mean, I like
gives a
it.
shit?
I support it.
Yeah.
I like Machine Gun Kelly. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah, he's hot.
I'm not obsessed with him. I don't like blonde guys because I feel like I'm related to them. But
Yeah.
that genre of guy who's just like really intense, and he's like
always
obsessed with
moody.
Megan,
I'm so
you know?
moody.
Yeah.
He's so immature though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You like the immature.
I don't do it on purpose, but I think I like it
Yeah.
Where is that coming from? You think?
because they're so crazy and it's fun.
So yeah, you really just want entertainment in your life.
Yes.
It is kind of fun. And then the thing is, you can't help who you fall in love with, but you can
help it.
you can steer yourself. Like I know when I'm in the process of making myself become obsessed. I do
Yeah.
it on purpose.
yes. It's because we're
fun.
girls and we love a fandom.
Yeah.
Like I've always
love
been like a
boys.
fan of something.
Yeah.
And then when something's so insane, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? And I just love it.
I imagine you, if you ever get married one day, you're at you're making your speech and you're like, when I first met you, I was like, what the fuck?
Literally, what the fuck? Okay.
Well, who's the craziest guy you've ever dated? Like, give us some hits. So, like, what kind of behaviors have you personally experienced that you're like, oh, I should change?
You know, I love a guy who's like immediately obsessed with me.
Oh, so like a love bombing. That was going to be my next follow-up question when you described the kind of guy you like, because I was like, that's a love bombing type for sure.
When I read about love bombing, I'm like, great. A bomb of love?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yes.
But then it is toxic.
I actually had to have a Gen Z explain to me why it was bad.
What did the Gen Z say? What did the Gen Z say?
I was like, so what is, I think it was on stage. I was like, what is love bombing? And they explained it to me. And I was like, and why is that? Why do we not want that?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's manipulative. And I'm like, in what way?
But what if it's fun? But
what if they're right?
Fun for me?
Yeah.
But what if they're right? What if they are
what if I'm that great?
in love with me? Yeah, that's the problem. Because when someone love bombs me, I just think, finally, someone who gets
Someone
it.
who-
Exactly. Someone who understands what I'm selling
That's
here.
what I've been saying.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I still can't delineate.
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know if it's a love bomb or not? Like, what are the signs?
I think the pace at which it's moving is the number one giveaway, because a healthy love is supposed to grow at a slower pace, like the way, like if you're making a snowman and you're making one of the balls.
Like, you have to earn each other's trust, in other words, not just give it to each other.
Yeah, and just because
my God, I'm
you like
handing it out
someone's
like business
vibe.
cards.
Oh,
Right,
hell yeah. I'm handing it out like fucking samples at Costco.
Like, follow me while you're at it.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Here's my home address.
Yeah, but then when you date I started going out with like a normal, healthy guy, and I was like, okay, he wants me dead. Like, he wants to see me once a week.
Right.
What's that?
See, once a week, that's not a lot.
I like once a week, but what's his occupation?
But it's better. It's because he's working and he cares about his
I
career.
guess. Yeah, it is good.
Right.
That is good.
But I'm like, if you like
Technically.
me, you're gonna have to see me every day.
Every day? Is that
No, and then I grow to hate it. So
Yeah,
it's
and
really
then you
my
resent
own.
them.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I need space. But in the beginning, I was like, when you are not obsessed
you
with me.
built your own hamster wheel, and you're like, why am I on here?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
it's
thing
bad.
with love bombing is you grow sick of the person at a much faster rate. So
Yeah.
you're going to have intense short relationships.
Yes.
And I'm speaking about this like I know about it because I do.
Yeah, same.
Speaking at this from a professional perspective of someone who does this all the time.
Exactly.
Because it just feels exciting. I don't know. It's like when people talk about what they're looking for, they're like, yeah, I'm trying to build a slow burn, people to be there for me. I go, I don't need that. I was at home last night doing all my crazy fucking witchcraft shit, and then I went to sleep with my dog, and I was like, this was the best night ever.
Yes.
And if I had to wake up next to someone, it would ruin everything that I just did tonight.
Yes. What
I
was
hear
your
ya.
witchcraft?
Well, I mean, I've been practicing Wicca since I was in like 7th grade, so I was just doing, jar spells, etc. New moon. It's a good time.
What's the difference between a regular spell and a jar spell?
A jar, yeah. A jar spell
Literally
is
a
just a category of spells, and it's you could almost think of it as like the same as like a jar salad. It's just an easier way to approach a spell. Like if you're not
you
someone,
put all the shit in the jar.
yeah, because spells can be more complicated, you
Yeah.
know. But like I'm not. I know witchcraft is very in vogue right now, so it feels almost embarrassing talking about it. But I have been seriously practicing Wicca since I was in 7th grade. So.
That's amazing. We used to do that in college a lot. We would get really drunk, me and my theater school friends, obviously.
Oh yeah, theater kids love light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yes, we would buy a spell book and we would
Yeah.
get drunk on Four Loko and we would kind of attempt to do the spell.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it wouldn't work, but we'd
Yeah.
be like, that was nice.
Yeah,
You know?
At least we were doing something that could have worked.
Yeah, we were doing something together after.
But what
all.
kind of spells were you doing? How do you know that they didn't work?
One time, my friends, I wasn't actually at this spell, but it is the most famous college spell story of my friend group.
We all any millennial has a spell story.
Yeah.
Spell story. You always have a spell
Go
story.
into the woods and get one raccoon's toenail.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, I guess we're going
Don't
to
even
Cosmic
ask
Park.
questions. Yeah.
There was like a old cat who had one eye in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they were all, drunk and high, and they were like, let's do a healing spell on this cat.
Aw.
Yeah, it's sweet. Out of kindness, this
Yeah.
spell was born. And they did the spell, but they didn't have sage, so they used like weed, and they didn't have
That is
something, so they used like whatever, tap water or Windex. And then they
of
did the
adjustments.
spell. And all of the sudden, there were a bunch of cats at the back door all scratching to get in.
Are you serious?
This literally
you did
happened.
the spell right.
Yeah. So something happened. The cat still didn't have an eye, but all the cats were called
Cool.
Well, maybe they were there to
something.
Well, they're like, magic. It can't. Magic ICK. It can't do like things the way magic without the K can do because those are fake. But so it's like couldn't bring the eye back, but maybe the healing was in the support from the cat community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe it did work.
Yeah.
They created some sort of cat
your
town
energy.
hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your energy was from the spell was calling in the cats.
It's a cat
Animals are
coven.
very sensitive.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't there,
that.
but
have you ever
I've
dated
heard
a
a lot.
guy who was into witchy stuff? You gotta watch out for those, I feel.
no.
A warlock?
Yeah.
I've never dated a warlock.
I've never met a warlock.
They
really.
actually only like to be called witches.
I don't
but-
think they're on Hinge.
Yeah.
I've never found a warlock who's not gay.
Yeah.
Right.
I have
Neither.
a collection of gay warlocks, as we all do.
As you do.
yeah. I would even consider myself one of them. But I don't.
gay warlock?
I've never met a straight warlock.
Yeah.
Do you? So you said Hinge. Is that the only dating app that you're on?
I'm on Hinge. I'm on Raya.
I was gonna say. I was
Yeah,
like, I
you
feel like
gotta
I should be on Raya.
Be all
Yeah.
right just to see.
But everyone you meet on Raya is just the worst person you've ever met in your life.
I met one really good person on Raya, though. The only boyfriend I've ever had from a dating app is from Raya. And I agree.
Same.
Everyone was terrible except for that one person.
I saw the profile of one Mr. Trevor Noah once, and I was like, yes. And I was like, should I close the app and reopen it to do it again? Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this will keep me on that app for 10 years.
Yes. Same. I saw him.
So
I
sexy.
saw Pete Davidson was on it at one point.
Ooh.
None of them have said yes to me, so fuck that app.
That could be bots too. I mean,
Yeah.
as much as men get tricked, I feel like women could get tricked on dating apps too.
Yeah.
I feel like those guys are also like, who knows, maybe the app like paid them to make a profile, but they never interact on it.
Yeah.
I love Trevor Noah.
He's
oh my
so
God.
hot. I saw him in
So
person at
hot.
an SNL party, and you always see him in the suit. He was wearing a leather jacket, and I was like, what
Whoa.
the fuck is up with your face? Everything about you is like the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
He is it.
And he's good at stand-up.
He's
Great at
so
stand-up.
good.
surprisingly.
So
Beautiful
smart.
accents.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a 10.
The
He's a 10 all
dimples.
around.
A man with dimples. Oh, yeah.
Because when he
Anyway.
showed up, I was like, this guy's too hot and has too cool of an accent
thought
to
the
be
same
good at
thing.
stand-up. And then
Yeah.
he did stand-up, and it was like, this will get in the basement
And
of
he's
the old
talented.
UCB. And you're like, fuck, you're good at stand-up too. Well,
You're
fuck
an
me.
asshole.
Yeah.
Now we're all mad
Yeah,
at you,
fuck
actually.
you.
You can have a stand-up comedian that's so hot it's distracting. A male stand-up comedian.
Yes.
I know everybody says that with women, and I kind of agree. Like I get it. I get what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, you really got to almost work harder if you're hot.
That's what, Matt Rife is, touring hugely right now. And
Yeah.
you can tell he's just getting frustrated because it's turned into like a live escort show.
like Magic Mike's.
Yeah.
People are like screaming at him,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's
Yeah.
my tits. And he's
Yeah.
like, can I just say a sentence? I'll get to your tits, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
But let
women
me-
can be scummy too. Kind
Oh,
of.
for sure.
Love
Oh
that
my
about
God.
us.
I get annoyed for him too because I'm like, it's like how much empathy can I have for someone who's that good looking?
He's so hot.
Yeah, but then I'm just like, it is annoying if you truly love stand up and
Yeah.
you're working at it. Like how fucking annoying.
Yeah. His bone structure, I would love his bone structure.
Gorgeous
Great
bone
face.
Do you
structure.
think he has gotten buccal fat removal or that's natural?
What is that?
This.
Buccal?
You don't know what
This.
buccal fat removal
The
is?
one that makes you look gaunt. That's the whole thing now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
That's the whole thing. You gotta get that sucked out.
I'm dying. I want my buccal fat removed and put into my tits.
Oh, yeah.
I want
recycle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just move it all here. Just
Just
move it.
all into my tits.
Oh, okay. So that's
Anything.
how people get that. That's not a natural look.
No, it's complete. It's sucked out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty
Man, there's
obsessed
so
with
many
it.
procedures you can
No
do.
one's face is real.
Fuck.
No one's face is real.
Yeah, and
It's all a lie.
It's kind of like, you're cheating, but then you do look hotter. So, and I like looking at you better now. So I
It's
guess
true.
okay.
Have you seen Leah Michelle lately? New face.
Oh.
Brand new face.
That's from Glee.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her face. I mean, whatever. Again, that's I dish out the same comments that I'm like, guys, it's her body, her choice, and then I'm like, oh, come on, you fucking cheater. Like, it's a parallel.
I want to Google new face Leah Michelle.
New face.
Wow.
You know, the
yeah.
jaw is sculpted.
Yeah, the buccal fat.
The buccal
Oh,
fat's
yeah.
gone.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The lips
Yeah,
are
that's not a
plumped.
contour.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
The buccal fat is gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh,
know.
really? Yeah, that's the thing.
Is that invasive? I mean, they're sucking the fat out of you.
I don't know how they get it out. That's a good question.
Wow.
Because no one's scarred up, so it has to be kind of like a suction-y.
It seems like it could be a small needle. Like the way you put the filler in, it seems like
Yeah.
you're kind of taking it out the same way, no?
I hope men get
I'll
this
find
stuff
out when I
done.
do it.
Johnny Resnick does.
Yeah, it don't look good though. He's not a good poster child.
Goo Goo
Google
Dolls.
Dolls lead singer. He
Oh.
looks not great. Because
Way too much
he
work.
plastic
Broadway
it
is
up.
dark tonight.
Great song.
It
Great
doesn't.
song. Great
Plastic
song.
surgery doesn't really look good on men. Unfortunately, maybe
yeah, it looks
Botox a little
insane.
bit.
Or maybe men have it and we don't realize it because they've gotten good plastic surgery. I feel like when you see it and it's so glaringly obvious, you're like, you went to the discount guy.
But it's one of the few
Yeah.
medicines that more work has been put in for females than males. So that's why, just the same way as like they're like, they're like, what if a girl's autistic? We don't even know. That's how it is for getting like a face lift
We
for
don't
men.
even know. If a girl's
Now
autistic,
men know what
we
it
don't
feels
even
like.
know.
Yeah.
That's the lead
she's
doctor.
just a crazy bitch.
If a girl's autistic, we don't even really know.
Yeah, I read an article about how like women are so like trained and socialized to be like polite and whatever that they've like trained themselves to hide symptoms of autism to their doctors just without even knowing it. I'm like, damn, we're fucked.
We're hiding everything.
I know.
Of course, we're hiding autism.
I know. I know. We gotta stop hiding.
I know. Girls, if you're on the spectrum,
Just
be
be
on the
on it.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Be confident.
Or maybe
about
you've
that.
hid it from yourself. Women are really good at hiding things
Yeah,
from themselves and from others.
that's so true.
Do you have something you were hiding about yourself that you like finally stopped and you're like, or like a part of your personality, or I don't know, like I don't know.
Yeah,
anything.
I think when I just turned 29, and I think that's been the age. Like I've always like I know myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on lock, and then
Really?
you wake up at 29 and you're like, what the fuck?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What do I want to do? What do I think? Like everything is like it's like a eraser on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Like it's all gone, and then
All
you're
the
like,
work you've done.
yeah. It's interesting.
Do you think the things that you were concentrating on aren't important anymore? Do you see are you not interested in being in the entertainment business? Because you're from an entertainment business family.
Yeah.
So has that were you always wanting to be in the entertainment business?
I think I just always was, and then I woke up at 29 and I was like, oh. Do I
like,
want to
you didn't make an
have a day
active
job?
choice?
No,
Oh, okay,
It was
yeah.
just like that's what everyone does.
Yeah.
So I
So
just
wait,
did it.
what can you tell us more about that? You've always been in the entertainment industry. I know a little bit, but like,
Well, my
our
dad's a
audience doesn't.
musician, and my mom's a painter.
Oh, that's so cool to have both parents be
very
artists.
hippy-dippy.
I know that's like very Lena Dunham. Yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Oh fuck.
No, but like you believe in yourself.
I also love Lena
You
Dunham.
believe in yourself in a way that you're like curious to go deeper in your own psyche, I imagine.
Well, there's just like no shame at all. You hear a
fucking
lot of
great.
comedians coming up and they're like, my parents were like, get a job. And my parents were like, talk about your tits on stage.
Wow.
That's cool.
Get into
That's
it.
really cool.
I remember I
So you're
did a show.
supported.
Yeah. I did a show and my dad was in the audience and I had this big bit about blowjobs and I got off stage and he
Yeah.
goes, I have the perfect tag for your blowjob.
Oh my God.
And I
Okay,
was
with the
like,
vernacular,
okay.
the tag.
Yes. Yes. So they're big comedy fans, so they always just supported me. So I was just kind of doing it. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
that's
this
great.
is what we're doing.
Have you been around a lot of famous people since you were a kid?
Yes and no.
Yeah. Like who cool that you're like, oh, that's Uncle so and so, and someone's like, what the fuck?
No one really that exciting.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Queen Latifah lived in my town.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
She's pretty
awesome.
I would
cool.
see her at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh hell yeah!
I knew I liked her.
Dunkin'.
Yeah,
Knew I
she's
liked
cool.
her.
She's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
DD
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah,
Gotta be a DD bitch.
That's what
Yeah.
she runs on.
I feel like I was around just a lot of like normal kind of like there would be a smattering of famous people, but it was mostly like working musicians.
I love. Yeah, I'm
you
dating
know,
a
hired
musician.
guns and
It's so fun
great.
being around musicians.
Yeah.
They just when they hang out, they sing and play their music, and you're like, "This is what you guys fucking do in your spare time."
Everyone has
It's
an instrument.
Magical. It's
literally
fucking
like-
magical.
Right.
Yeah,
They love a
and they're
jam.
talented.
jam.
Like what the fuck?
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of like songwriters and stuff like that.
Nice.
So how do you think you landed in comedy? Were you always the funny person? Was it just something that you like? There was like no one's done this yet.
I think I just did it. Well, I went to theater school, unfortunately, and
Oh yeah, you didn't like it?
it was gay.
Something to do.
It was pretty gay. It was a little too like I grew up doing music, and then I got into theater school, and it was a little like everyone was like in their high school theater club, and I was like,
Everyone
this
was the
is-
best.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be a nerd.
Right,
I just
right,
wanna be
right,
on
right,
TV.
Right.
You're right. Yeah.
So, but I kept getting cast as like the lead, the blonde girl lead, and I'm like, I really want to wear the fat suit. I want to be the character. I want to be the old person,
old bitch,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And then I'm like, how do I figure out how to get into the comedic? I just like the comedic roles better.
Yeah.
And then I just did stand up.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
shoot. That's a great route.
I also
a good
think
route.
as a woman, hate to say it,
Say it though.
we're always trying to like give ourselves like impossible like challenges.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm hot. How do I not be?
What is the one job where being hot
Isn't gonna
hurts?
Stand up.
Stand up.
That's right.
7 years later. Yes.
Because anytime, I gotta be honest, I mean, I think most of us feel this way, but anytime we see like someone who could be a model, who's a comedian, yourself and Matt Rife included, I go,
wow.
I am suspect of this person until they prove me otherwise, you know? So I go, I'm gonna keep my eye on this fucking
Yes. And I get
And
it.
that
And
she
thank
did.
you. No, I was like, one day I'm like, why the fuck did I do this? I could be the queen of marketing right now.
Right.
I could be running an office.
Firm.
Oh my God, I could be the head of some sort of firm.
Yeah.
But I decided
sort of firm.
With
to
your
do
Tory
this.
Burch flats.
Oh my God, I could be in flats with a toe
Tory
bag.
Burch flats.
Yes.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot.
You love a challenge.
I love a challenge, I guess.
What's been
How
the greatest
embarrassing.
challenge in your life so far?
Doing goddamn stand-up
Yeah,
comedy.
really? Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's hard, but I like you. You're just chipping away at something, and your soul, but also like the jokes and how you are on stage in your act. And it is one of those things where the more effort you put in, the better you get results.
It's cool
like
in that way.
A doctor, if I want to be a doctor, there's the path. Honest to God, if you want to be a stand-up, just fucking do it for 10 years incessantly.
Yeah.
You will eventually get good.
Yeah, and then you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm good now.
Yeah, thank God.
Because
if that wasn't happening, I was gonna.
I wouldn't say
move
everyone
somewhere
who
else.
does it for 10 years would get good because we you know, there are people who've been going around, you know, in our,
Yeah.
but I think,
Sure.
I think like, yes, you can improve being funny. Like you have to have some natural ability.
Yeah.
But you can work on being funny for sure.
Do you get a lot
Yeah.
of people coming up to you after shows? Men probably, but maybe women too. Like, well, I usually don't like women. Usually don't think women are funny, but like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna funny because you were pretty. Like, do you ever get that said to you?
I used to get I didn't think women are funny, but you're the one woman like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But every female
thank
comic
God.
gets that.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
for sure.
you're saying that to every female comic.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
think it's interesting.
Have you ever tried to get fucked after a show by an audience member?
Yes, that's why I'm doing it. But
Nice.
Really? Is it working? Maybe because you're like a significantly enough younger than us that maybe the new generation is like, because you're like very end of millennial, right?
I'm at yeah.
Yeah.
I think 27 is the end of millennial.
Yeah, so
Oh,
like
okay.
it's towards the end, and so I feel like, you know, maybe it was a brighter future. People were seeing more for women when you were
that's
younger.
nice.
I feel like I started on the cusp.
Yeah.
The cusp
Yeah.
where it was like the first 2 years of comedy was like the really toxic kind of your Jen, and I'm sorry
Hell
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly overnight, I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of girls here.
Right,
Well,
right.
Thank God.
It happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I saw the first half, the first bit, and then I came up with, you know, doing Bobby Kelly's podcast with all the old like cellar dogs, so I really experienced that and love them. But it, you know, I got roasted to
Yeah.
oblivion,
And you had to really earn, like,
I had to earn my shit.
To talk amongst a bunch of male comedians that are all on the same podcast,
Yes.
you really have to, what you say has to be important, and you have to know where to insert it.
How'd you end
Yeah.
up there?
I don't even know. I was like linked up with Lenny Marcus, who's like
Okay,
a
yeah.
very funny Comedy Cellar guy, because the guy who planned my bat mitzvah, stick with me here, is a DJ.
Okay.
And he grew up with Lenny Marcus in the Jewish community.
Okay.
Aw.
And he was like, I know the stand, you know, I was like 2 years in, maybe.
Yeah.
And he was like, go like have coffee with Lenny. And then I just became friends with him, and I would like run around to his spots, and he would help me with my stand-up, whatever. And we were sitting in the cellar at the Olive Tree one night, and it was like the day that Bobby's last producer had left, and they were scrambling for a new one.
Oh.
And Lenny was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll go introduce you to Bobby. And Bobby's like Boston trash, and I'm Jersey trash,
right.
So
So
we
you get along very
immediately
well.
got along.
Yeah,
yes,
I love
rock and
Bobby.
roll. And immediately we were both like, fuck you, okay. And he was like, come up and just like sit in the podcast, and I started that day.
That's
and
great.
I was there for like 3 years or something.
Nice.
And that's how
That'll
I
get
started.
your chops rolling, too.
Oh my God, it made me a sociopath for sure,
Oh, nice.
because it's just like the best comedians in the world roasting the living. I would leave there with a limp. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would get roasted so bad,
Yeah.
so consistently.
Yeah.
And then it just made me like,
Well, it trains your
Yeah.
brain how to think and like how to roast and how, like, being on a podcast when it's a bunch of comedians and the point of the podcast is just a comedy roundtable. There is a dance to it.
oh my
you
God,
know?
you have to be so quick.
Yeah.
And then I started hosting his show at the Cellar, which was like way before. I mean, I was like bombing ass at the Cellar, 2-3 years in, and it just made me good quick.
Yeah. Yep. I think women comics, especially like cute young female comics that aren't that far into comedy, we get opportunities a little too early.
Yes.
But it is kind of cool to be like, all right, I know this is premature.
Yeah.
I probably know why I got it, but let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then
Well, they were cool. They weren't creepy at all, and thank God.
that's good.
They were very like, it was like my dad's and daughter. I didn't get
Oh,
any
that's nice.
creepiness. Thank
That's
God.
great. That's good.
Thank God. I got called a skirt a lot, but other than that.
A skirt?
in like a justy kind of way. Like
Yeah, it's like a 1920s
archaic,
insult for a woman.
yeah.
I think it was cute, kind of.
Yeah.
You're like grandpa roasting.
Exactly. You talked about mindful dating to me in our DMs. What I after I was like, what the? I mean, I know what mindfulness is, and then
I made that up.
Oh, okay. Because
What is it to you?
It is a real thing. I looked up articles on it, and I was like, what does it mean? And then it like one short blip just said like basically being present while you're dating, and I was like, oh, I mean, okay. What's the opposite? Like being roofied,
Being
like,
somewhere else.
Yes.
Just checked out.
Yeah.
Wait, sidebar. Did you know that gay men are doing Rooflin? Do you know the
Like
new gay
voluntarily?
drug it's called G?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while, Gabby.
Oh my, really? I just
she's
found
up
out.
on the
There's
gays.
a club called G.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was the inspiration, but me thinks it might have been.
Yeah,
Wow,
probably.
I just
G
found
Lounge.
out, and it really warms my heart.
Yeah.
It's like you can really find a positive to anything.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
found a positive to roofies.
Yeah.
And that
Do it
when the gay
voluntarily.
community takes it,
Yeah.
that's how you
thank
know.
God.
Or are they
Like, cool.
appropriating female culture, Gabby?
That
was
it's
meant
a
for
combination
us.
of both.
Yeah.
That was
Roofies
meant
is
for
our
us.
thing.
That was our thing.
Roofies is ours.
Can't we have anything?
Take
Oh
back
my
the power
God.
from our rape drug.
God damn, you take makeup and you take roofies. Is there nothing holy left? Mindful date. When I said by mindful dating, I meant like the idea of like getting older, realizing the patterns we're going on, like this idea of talking to crazy guys and being entertained by it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like clocking in, because I think when
Yeah.
you're in your 20s and you're dating, I'm not even there.
No.
Really? Or are you
you
drunk or?
No, you just don't have to speak or listen when you're on a date with a man, and then you wake up suddenly and you're in love with them. You know what I mean?
That's a you thing, maybe.
Is that a me thing?
I talk too much on dates, so I have a different thing. But like, wait, tell me more about that.
I've never.
Well, they just
not.
talk,
Yeah, they
and
do
you don't
talk
have to
a
say
lot.
anything.
It is kind of nice to like especially the first couple dates, like let them talk because like
Yeah.
show me who you are. I'm just gonna sit back and
Tire yourself out.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
call in
right,
on
right.
date 3 and be
Like a
like, I'm from
toddler.
New Jersey. Like the basics.
Gabby Bryan. Gabby Bryan.
There's Gabby, not
Yeah.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm not just dating for fun, for crazy stories, for whatever. Now if I'm gonna go on a date, if I'm gonna spend my fucking one night off,
Right.
on a goddamn date,
Right.
it better be for a clear reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you establish that with the guy?
I don't. This is
This is a new idea.
completely
You have.
internal.
Put a spell in a
This
jar.
is brand new. I typed that to Corinne
Please.
and I was like, oh, that's good.
It's something I want to do.
Oh, that's on my list.
Yeah.
Wait, are you seeing anyone right now?
No.
Okay, so when you talked about that healthy guy that bored you, how long ago was that, and how long did it last?
That is someone I'm like just talking to, but he lives
Yeah,
in
you're-
England.
Oh, at a distance.
Yeah.
Boring at a distance.
He's healthy. He lives in England. I think it's
How'd
still
you meet him?
unhealthy,
Yeah.
but just in a
I
different
met him in
way.
England when I was out there for a while.
Oh, nice. There's a lot of hot guys in England, honestly.
Fuck, I love an English
Yo,
guy. I'm
yeah.
on my like third or fourth English guy.
Oh, you're Taylor
Wow.
Swift. You're
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Don't call me Taylor Swift.
Stop. That's what she's doing.
I
She
don't
only-
have bangs.
I mean,
and that is
she's-
the main thing that makes
That's
Taylor
the
Swift
only
Taylor
difference.
Swift. That's why she sells out stadiums. It's because of the bangs.
She has bangs.
Yeah.
Not a
She
lot of
didn't
these
have the
famous
bangs.
girls have bangs
Her
anymore.
big ass fucking forehead would turn everybody off.
Now people wouldn't be listening to her music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize just how many consistently British guys she's dated until I, had to Google and went to my trusty Taylor Swift relationship timeline that everyone, any celebrity, someone made a timeline for
So
them.
fun.
And I appreciate it. But yeah, what is it about the British dudes? Just the accent? Because I used to like that, but
Yeah, it's a vibe too. I date
the
Irish
vibe.
guys. I'm Irish
Yes.
guys.
Oh,
the vibe. The
they're
accent's
fun.
cool, but
They're
like
better.
the vibe, they're fun as shit.
Yes.
Fun as shit. And they get tanked and they like can handle their liquor and you're like, oh shit, we could go the distance.
Yeah, and they have rosacea, and they're always kind of like
yeah,
in medical duress. And
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, whoa.
Poetic with
whoa.
words.
Yeah.
I'm in.
British guys are just like so like,
I feel like you could be the fun gal in a British guy's life. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, I've never met a woman that lights up a room like that. You know,
Yes.
because they seem so goddamn contained.
So wait, we're just doing the emotional labor again, guys. We got back to
Totally.
that.
But with an
But if you
accent.
got those muscles, baby, if you got the muscles, start lifting.
I go, what have we been talking about for years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love an accent. You could be the most miserable person on planet Earth, and I'm like, what?
I couldn't hear you through
the
your
accent.
Yeah, I really like the accent.
When I used to love the accent, and then when I actually went to England and everyone had the accent, I think I was less impressed by the accent.
It does lessen it.
Yeah.
It does lessen it.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, I dated a guy for a long time who was from Northern England.
Oh, that is fucking like Cockney or like
blinder. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That's
like
wild.
that. That's just like,
It's almost Australian in a way.
it's like, fuck that. You're like, what?
What are you saying?
I know. I love
I
Lewis
like that.
Capaldi. who's-
Liverpool.
Yes.
He's Scottish,
Scottish.
and I had to put on the
Scottish is
captions for
gorgeous.
his Netflix documentary because I couldn't. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is
DM'd him.
saying. Did you?
He didn't answer.
Oh, I tag him
Damn.
all the time on everything, and so much so that his girlfriend watched my Instagram stories because, and I go, "That's how you know you caused a problem."
Yeah,
He has a
cause the
girlfriend?
stir
Yeah.
the pot.
Fuck.
Stir
Yeah.
the pot. I DM
Model.
famous guys too. That's really funny. Do you like? Is that like a thing you've done?
No, I don't do it a lot.
I used to do it a lot.
But for Louis Capaldi, I watched his chicken shop date because I love
So good. Yeah.
And he was so funny. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm going to DM him. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
I showed you Chicken Shop Date. You know what that is. It's
Okay.
it's the interviewer over like the fish and chip shop where the really funny blonde girl, Amelia, interviews them and she goes on dates with celebrities.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
obsessed with
It's
her.
a great
It's-
idea.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so
That
good.
series is better than any fucking television show. It's
really
so
is.
good. It's
I love Hot
So
Ones.
good.
I love Hot
really
Ones
cool.
too. But that interviewer is like really
He's like Terry-
solidly on the spectrum.
Oh, that guy, Hot Ones.
Yes.
Well, he's kind of like Terry Gross in a way. Like his so prepared.
He's just
He's
so like
so prepared.
there's nothing going on and he's like, here's a question. And he's kind of just scary to me. But the premise is so good that it like fills the
Yeah.
I'm sure he is scary. He wants like people. He like gets joy out of seeing people almost burn their mouths off.
Yeah.
like he likes. You can tell he likes.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he's into it.
Nice.
yeah,
fucking into it.
He's
I
twisted.
kind of like that.
He has
Like
a
a
twisted
bad boy.
element. My friends threw me a Hot Ones birthday party this year.
Oh,
so
yeah?
cute.
And we did a Hot Ones episode.
Did
so
you do?
fun.
Are you
Yeah.
good with spice or not?
I love spice.
Oh, okay. So you can
Yeah.
handle it without even having a facial expression.
I mean, I'm sweating. I am a Jew.
yeah.
So
right.
physically
Your
I am.
stomach is
But I
weak.
like the
Yeah.
shock of it all.
Yeah, it seems like the fact
I
that you
hear
like
that.
Hot Ones goes along with your dating history and how you go along with it. You're like, I just like to cause a problem.
I need to start eating like unseasoned food and calm the fuck down.
Yeah. It's the spice that's doing
It's
it,
the
Gab.
spice.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's like the messiest kind of guy you've ever dated?
I've dated guys who are like really depressed.
Ooh.
Do you go for that a lot?
I think I end up in that suddenly because it goes with all of the other attributes I like.
Are you in a good mood the way you are now mostly of the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
so
think
they love that.
sunshine,
They love
the
kind of
light.
dark-
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, give me your light, Gabby.
Yeah. And I'm like, stop. I love it.
You need me.
Does it drain
Yeah.
you though?
Yes, I get very drained,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like in love, and then suddenly I'm like, get away from me.
When you're in a relationship so that you can feel like wanted in a certain specific way, like if you can be the entertainer or you can lift them up, it is so appealing and so like toxically good. And then there's that pivot point where you're like, oh, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I think I'd like to take care of people. I think I have
Yeah.
a very nurturing kind of thing, so it just goes
And men
into
love
the
that.
dating. Men love that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who are you? Are you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have two brothers.
Are you older or younger?
I have a twin brother and a younger
Cool.
brother. Yeah.
Oh, so you're the older of the.
Do you have ESP with your twin brother?
Kind of a little bit.
That's so cool.
Yeah. We just always are. I could tell how he's feeling. And
Oh, fun.
if he cry, like when we were growing up, if he would cry, I would cry.
Aw.
Even if I'm the one who's like physically punching him in the face.
Are you
I'm
guys
like, sorry.
close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a
really
real
cool.
estate agent, so we're like absolute opposites. He's
Yeah.
very quiet, normal, Hoboken. I'm crazy Brooklyn comedian.
Yeah.
So it's a fun dynamic.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Is he married?
No, but he's dating a little Guido hairdresser who I love.
Oh, that's cute. Little
So
snooky.
good is married.
Little snooky.
Do you,
Yeah.
when he dates someone that like you don't like, does that affect how he feels about her? Or has that
Ooh,
never
good
ever
question.
It's
happened?
never happened.
No.
I like
Oh.
everyone. I love girls.
You like
I'm Tell
everyone?
me everything. You know, when it comes to girls.
Speaking of that, are you bi?
I am bi. I'm newly bi. I'm like 80-20.
80-20.
How did you discover
is that
this?
like every woman though?
I had sex with a girl.
I feel like I'm 80-20 too.
I'm not.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not. I think that's why it was the thing, because like society convinced me that I was like, oh, I guess everyone must just be into everyone, and then
you're really not.
I tried, and I was like, absolutely
Dating women
not.
is fun. They're just soft and lovely, and I feel like you don't have to try hard to look a certain. You can just be yourself
It's
in
very
a different way.
French.
Yeah. Yes, I know
You
exactly
know?
what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I feel like such an intellectual.
Yeah,
when
you're
I'm
just-
like with a woman. I'm just like, ooh la la. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did this all start? You were just feeling the feelings. How early in your life did you feel feelings of intimacy or lust towards women?
I think in my 20s.
Yeah.
I was like, I was always like, oh, I'd love to like fuck a woman at some point.
Yeah.
But then I'm so obsessed with guys. That's
yeah.
the
Interesting.
difference.
I totally hear you.
I'm like boy crazy.
Yeah. Right.
But then I want to have sex with a woman. But then when I go on a
Interesting.
date with a woman,
Yeah.
I like
yeah, because it's hard to navigate.
it's
'Cause
hard.
Like, wait, are you the guy or am I the guy or what?
Yeah,
but then you
who's
realize,
the-
oh, we just exist.
Yeah.
That's kind of freeing.
well, it's hard when you're dating someone you respect, which is my own trauma, I think.
Ooh.
I was just thinking about that because I was like, I was like, I love women, and I can make a laundry list of women I love and admire, and people I follow on the internet who I'm obsessed with, like Clementine Ford. I was just like watching her videos last night, and I was like, I love this. Like, I was trying to make myself, and she did not consent to this, but like, I was trying to make myself like want to have sex with her because I was like, I think she's so
so
beautiful
great.
and
Yeah.
she's so smart and she cares about the same things I do. I was like, I love everything about her, but I'm just like not there sexually. And then I look at, who I'm attracted to sexually, and I was like, I hate that guy. He has no morals.
Yeah.
Like,
And that maybe is why he's hot.
Yeah.
why? What a curse.
What a weird conundrum,
It is
huh?
a curse. But also it's so confusing to flirt with a woman because you're just
Yeah.
like, I'm like, I love your outfit. I love your eyebrows.
Compliment fest.
You have such full eyebrows. Are we
Yeah.
gonna make out or are we best
Right.
friends?
Yeah.
Like it's just
Right.
so
Both.
complicated.
Yeah.
But it's
So
fun.
have you had a girlfriend?
I dated one girl
Okay.
in between my last two boy relationships for a little bit. And I got classic like lesbian energy. It got so serious so fast and
Yeah.
so blah, blah, blah. And I was like, ooh.
So you don't like it when a
When
girl
it's a
does
girl.
it?
But when it's a dumb guy,
That's what you're
marry me
supposed
tomorrow.
to do.
Yeah, with a girl, I was just like, this is toxic because I'm actually paying attention.
Oh,
How'd you break it off? Like, was breaking up with a woman different? Because women
It
just
was
react
very
different.
dramatic.
Yeah.
How long did it last?
Just a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's a
She wrote a
decent
bunch
little
of
chunk.
songs about me.
Ooh,
She
you
wrote
you left a
songs?
mark, Gabby. Yes.
Whoa.
She wrote some songs about me.
Whoa.
And I listened to them and I was
Did she
like,
send them to you, or did you discover them?
no, I discovered. Well, she sent one to me and then
Okay.
I listened to the rest of the album and I was
Oh.
like, oh,
That's about me too.
sorry. I think it broke your heart a little bit.
Now, is she a lesbian or was she also bi? 'Cause
We were both first girls.
Really?
That's nice.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
Really?
It was. You don't have to worry about leading each other on because you're both like, I don't know, but
We're-
I
yeah.
want to be here, so let's see.
I
That
remember
doesn't feel
eating her
common,
pussy.
yeah.
I was literally eating her pussy, and I was like, I literally stopped, and I was like, "Is this something? Like, is
Right.
Is that something?
The first time I ate a girl out, I did it.
pitching an idea.
I did it, and I only did it for like 10 seconds. I was like, was that good? And she's like, it was great, but why'd you stop? Like, you just did it for 10 seconds. I'm like, yeah, right.
Sorry.
Like, you just get like in your head in a totally different way.
Well, because you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Did you like
Even
watch
though
a
you
YouTube
have it.
video before?
No.
Like, how did you?
Porn-
you just,
I've watched porn.
You just dived right into it.
I just went in blind.
Yeah, that's kind of how you gotta
Wow.
go. Just do it.
No, I never go into anything blind. I researched sex before I had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay.
nail it. I gotta nail it.
That's amazing. I don't like porn,
I don't like it anymore either.
so I just could. I never. Every time I'm watching porn, I'm like, kind of like,
No,
Yes.
I like read things about sex. I didn't watch porn to learn how to have sex.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
'cause that's
read,
definitely not
I
how
like
you learn.
read like academic books about it.
aw.
What a Corinne move.
Yeah, no. I don't think learning how to have sex from porn is a good idea at all.
No.
But
And porn stars will tell you that. Many porn stars have come on our show like, do not get
Yeah.
your sex education from us.
we need
It's
like
entertainment.
we need some sort of sex education video.
Yeah.
That's porn. You remember the movie Girl Next Door?
Yes.
That where they make the porn so everyone learns about. It's like they make the new sex ed video. We
right.
need that.
Yeah. Stoya was talking to us about that, but I think that we were going to be we didn't end up doing it. But like
Oh,
she
for
had,
us?
yeah, she pitched that idea to us, and we're like, oh, that's really interesting. It's like we
were
have
gonna
two
fuck?
hosts. No. She has porn. She had porn stars like demonstrate the thing, but we were talking about it, and
I
then it would
vaguely
cut
remember
to
this, yeah.
cut to that. I'm like, that's a fucking great idea because
Yeah.
that is a solid piece of education. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to launch this lube company.
Oh, cool.
This is my big dream, to leave entertainment and go into corporate America with that product. And it comes along with these like sex ed videos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
But it's more fun and flirty than people actually having sex.
Right.
Right.
You can't put that on TikTok.
Was there something about
Or so
sex
I've been told.
that you didn't know that you wish you had a heads up on until you were there?
I lost my virginity late. I lost my virginity when I was like 17, which is late
That's not-
in New Jersey.
that's not
That's
late.
not late. I'm from
That's not
Jersey.
late.
I
That's
lost
hell-
mine
that's-
at 18.
Honestly,
Yeah, but-
thinking of an 18-year-old having sex, I'm like, you guys are so young.
Yeah.
All my friends were fucking at 14, freshmen in high school, and I like was like hideous until I was like a
Really?
junior in high school. That's why I have
Wow.
a good personality, I think.
Wow. Oh, that's great.
I was ugly,
yeah.
ugly, suddenly hot.
Wow.
That's
And then
cool.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect
hatched
because
at the right time.
You don't
Yeah.
need those people. You don't need to be fucking good when you're 15.
No,
I mean no one
fuck
is.
good when you're 15. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
wrong?
There's
What's going
darkness
on?
to that.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so I just kind of like, at that point I knew everything about say everyone was talking about it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
I
they
tried
talking
to
about
get-
it correctly though?
Well, I don't know.
They never are.
I don't really know.
I remember when I was a kid, a boy in my neighborhood was like, girls get their period where they pee out of their butts. And for like 5 straight years, I'm like, I don't want to pee out of my butt.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
You really believe, you take everything face value.
Yeah,
when
because
you're a
kids
kid.
spread rumors like they fucking know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Say something with confidence, motherfuckers gonna believe it.
Yeah. I remember people talked about blowjobs a lot, and I was always kind of like, that doesn't feel like on brand for me.
I hear you.
And I still
You,
believe
me,
that.
and Paris Hilton.
I love
Yeah.
blowjobs.
Does Paris doesn't give blowjobs?
Nah, they're below her.
That's how I
See,
feel.
yeah,
Me
I don't.
too.
Yeah, that's not how I think about it at all.
I'm very
100%.
smart. There's big ideas coming out of my mouth. There's no room for something to
We
come
can't
in.
cork it up. We need this open passageway at all times.
Exactly, right. Just in case a good idea, but
Right.
and it's out.
Right.
Yeah, can't say a good idea when there's a dick in your mouth.
That's goddamn preach, bitch.
Yeah. I think there's very much 2 schools of thought on the blowjob. One is like the empowering, you had the control that you have
Yeah.
over the man.
Yes.
The other one is like,
I'm so empowered when I suck a
get that
dick.
away from me.
Yes, it's been my big study. I would say it's kind of my movement.
Yeah.
It's like figuring out. I hosted a show for like a Betches last week, and it was like all audience of all women. It was like 200 women, and
My nightmare.
I've literally never had that experience.
Really?
before.
How
was it?
It
was
was all our
great.
shows.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But I was like, now while we're here, let me conduct some studies.
Yeah, let me do some
Ooh.
surveys.
And I was like, do we give blowjobs? And some women were like, yes, I love it. Like, it's like, empowering, whatever. Finally, I have control. Some women were like, it has to be like, if he goes down on me, I'll go down on him.
Sure.
So one bitch, this crazy bitch, was like, well, when I gave birth, we couldn't have sex for the next couple months. So I just blew him. I was like, go to jail.
give me your woman card right now. You
Yeah.
don't deserve it.
Cancel her.
Canceled.
And then some
well-
people are like, no, it's, I'll
I
blow
will say, I don't just suck anybody's dick. I have to be like really into them, but
Yeah.
it turns me on. Giving a blowjob actually turns me on a lot.
I wish I was
So
like that.
yeah, it's like
I
a
have
weird
TMJ
thing.
and it's like a whole
Oh
medical.
wait, so can you not suck dick?
It just feels weird.
You give a doctor's note?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Dr. Mike says I can't. Sorry.
I'm
He has a degree.
I'm fascinated by the women in the Betches audience who said that they don't give blowjobs. Did you dive into that anymore? Because I didn't know there was a group of women just actively saying we don't give blowjobs.
some people are like-
Betches listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike has a personal vendetta against that.
Mike's like, I'd love a blowjob while we're on the topic.
So much.
I think some people are like, they were like, no, not for me, whatever.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And then
I didn't even know that was like an option that you could stay in the dating field and say not for me.
I've said it to men.
Oh, I mean, I've said it
That
to like
I
a
don't
specific
give
man
them, or-
that like if I wasn't like in a serious enough relationship with them, yeah,
Yeah.
you can hold it over them until they commit for sure.
Yes. Well, I just say it's like, it's so in my act that people kind of already know.
okay. Oh, okay.
And then it always ends up in discussion. They're like, I don't even care, by the way.
Yeah,
And I'm
right.
like,
So and it's so it's a really no, or just sometimes you do it.
if you have a 6-pack, I will blow you.
Oh,
oh yeah.
But that feels like obvious. But I'll blow you for 30 seconds, no more, no less.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
that's more like a dip, like a dip your toe in.
Yeah. I'm like, imagine.
Dip the
And then
head
I'm
in. Yeah. This is how good we could be.
Yeah.
But you gotta commit.
Well, no, what is it about the 6-pack? Because the 6-pack is nice, but I feel like it wears off quickly for me.
Nice.
I really like
Kind of like
it.
an accent. It's kind of just a nice,
Yes.
like, what a fun bonus we
Yes.
get here.
A bow on top of the present.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so fun where you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You have a lot of time
A
on your
guy's
hands.
stomach, I don't mind. Like if a guy's like chubby or I don't give I really don't
neither.
care. But when they have a six pack, you're like, this is like a fun play toy.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like boobs, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just touch it.
Yeah, it is nice to have around, but then sometimes you're like, okay, we get it.
Well, sometimes it makes you feel disgusting. Like, have you ever dated a guy that's so hot where you're having sex with them and you're like, all right, I'm starting to feel like shit about myself.
I had my first boyfriend was like, he, by society standards, was like, everyone would look at him all the time. And it was like, that was kind of, it was like, okay, annoying. It was just like walking around with a celebrity, but you're not even a celebrity.
I would say the most annoying part about that, is the walking around and watching him get ogled. I'm like, okay. After, at first you're like, yeah, he's fucking hot, huh? And then eventually you're like, okay, it's exactly what you said.
I just don't want them to think that they're hotter than me.
Right, because
I
that's
want that
dangerous for men to
power.
think that. Right.
Yeah.
I don't care if they think they're hotter than me. I've just never dated anyone better than me. So but I should start probably.
You should.
Yeah. Never happened.
I think dating a hot guy or like somebody hotter, like that makes me feel hotter.
Oh,
It's like a weird little trick
arm
it does
candy.
to my brain. Yeah.
It just makes me feel like it's just like who's this bitch? Like for a while, like I was only dating people hotter than me, and I really liked it because women don't do that a lot.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we don't do it a lot. I think it's that's the way Christina feels about blowjobs. That's the way I feel about dating people hotter than me.
Okay.
It's great.
I like a man to look extremely violent. I like that.
Oh yeah, she does too.
Yeah, I like
get it,
just like a
Like, will you kill me in the
motherfucker
middle of
next
the
to
night?
me.
Yeah, yeah.
Danger.
Yeah.
And then you just see me blonde, like,
Yeah. Oh my god, it's my boyfriend.
and they're like, that girl's
love him.
protected.
Yeah.
What kind of guy? So you like the type of guy? Do those guys like you back, or like what kind of guys like you?
Those guys like me back.
Okay,
The
that's
really
good.
scary ones like me back.
Really?
Because I think the really scary ones date kind of really scary women as well. That
And they want to
they're
break
all-
every once in a while.
And then I look like this like virginal little Gwyneth Paltrow, and they're interested in that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Try this on for size.
Yeah.
When you were dating the girl, I have more questions about that.
Sure.
Did you introduce her to your family? Was it that serious?
No, it wasn't that serious.
Does your family know about it?
Yeah.
Did you have to like make an announcement, or did you just casually say I'm dating a woman now?
I said they were at a show, and I said I was bi on stage, and I talked about eating pussy.
Oh,
Oh, and that's the first they heard of it?
Yeah.
Did they have
but they're
follow-up
artists.
questions?
You got artist parents. They probably don't give a shit.
They didn't give a fucking shit. I mean, my little brother is gay as all hell, so they just
Oh, okay. Who
really
cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even chat about it.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even bring it up. Like, oh, cool.
At one point, my mom was like, oh, I actually forgot about this. One time I was at a bar, and it was like maybe a couple months after I did that set, and it was me and my mom, and she's like gorgeous blonde woman, just like just a cunt in the best way,
Yeah.
And she
Cunty
goes,
painter.
I went all the way with a woman once, and I was like, okay.
And the truth comes out.
I love when your mom's been waiting like 55 years to tell you a story, and then
Yeah.
that moment comes. It's amazing.
Is
You're
your
like,
dad,
go on.
Is your dad hot too, objectively?
My dad is so interesting looking.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Okay.
Yeah, he has long blonde curly
I was like the
hair.
locks or something else. Yeah.
Yeah, he's visual. There's a lot going on.
I had a long haired dad too.
Yeah.
I think it really creates a personality.
It does. He's like he's giving mom, and my mom is giving dad.
That's how I grew up.
cute.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
Is it weird having a hot mom? Was
No,
it
it
ever
rocks.
weird? Oh, rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I think
what rocks about it?
especially when you get older, like especially when you get older, because then people just look at your mom as
Like
how
your
you're
sister?
how you're gonna turn
Oh,
out.
right.
They use it
That's-
as a
yeah,
gauge.
that's weird.
Yeah,
That's weird.
It is
she's
weird,
just like,
but it's happening.
She's just a bad bitch, and she raised me to
Cool.
kind of be a bad bitch.
That's
Like she
great.
has the most toxic hot girl energy, you know?
Ooh.
And it's really nice. Like she just like rips men apart to their faces. She is like she is ruling every room. Like she is like the worst hot girl at the party.
Oh, I
and
love
it's
that.
so fun when it's your mom.
So after your parents got divorced, did she get married again? Did she was she dating? What like when did that happen?
I'm talking about my stepmom who kind of raised me. My mom. Yes. My mom also hot.
Oh.
But she's more hippy dippy, no makeup.
Okay.
Married a like hippie guy.
So your stepmom
I
kind of
see.
raised you, so you
Yes.
stayed with your dad had a primary custody.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rare.
It's very rare, especially in my situation. It's almost funny.
Wait, because he's like not home.
Yeah, he's
Because
like
he's on the road.
Yeah.
being a
Why
musician.
did that? Why did your dad get custody, especially when he's busy?
because my mom was a little cuckoo.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
So you don't. So you're not super close with her.
I mean, if my parents had gotten
Got
separated,
it.
my
Yeah.
dad should have gotten custody too.
Exactly.
So I get it.
My dad is very like loves being a dad, very nurturing.
Oh, okay.
So when did this how old were you when he got married to your stepmom?
They were together since I was 10.
Oh,
Like
okay.
11 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's most
Interesting.
of my formative years. I was like
Amazing.
raised by my stepmom.
Whoa, so it's like a great stepmom success story.
It really is.
That's awesome. I love hearing
and
that.
she's like not a kid person at all.
wow. Yeah, it
So
doesn't seem like it.
There's no parenting. There's not like a lot of parenting bones in her body. So she took her own
She's
approach.
just being cunty about like being a
Yeah.
cunty hot
So
woman.
she-
That's kind of nice.
You obviously you and your twin are from the same, and then so your little brother also same, and so she had
Okay.
no kids with your father.
No.
Interesting.
She's a
She
no
was
kids
like, I
gal.
would have gotten my uterus removed if I could.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
that's her energy.
That's okay, I love this lady.
hilarious.
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
interview
No,
her.
she
That's
should be the
amazing.
president.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
hot,
amazing.
cocky, cunty girls.
Yes.
There's something about them that I just respect so much.
I
I'm just-
remember like literally.
trust them.
Yes.
You know?
with your life.
Yeah.
I remember her being like, this is how you treat men. You have the power forever. She, like it's like so toxic.
You're like,
She'd be
I'm 11.
I'm 11, but I'm listening.
I'll write this in my Zanga.
Yeah. She was like, she would literally teach me how to make fun of a man without them knowing to their face.
What
Yeah.
a fun skill.
Yeah. It was she's the best.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's amazing.
How did you she meet your dad?
She was a music promoter in Asbury, in New
Okay.
Jersey for years. She was like the
Asbury.
only woman, the only like female music promoter. So she was
like
in the
Stone
mix.
Pony and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that
There's an
whole
epic music
mix.
scene. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
So she kind of ruled that world.
Yeah.
And then my
She's
dad's
a
a
little queen
musician and they
bee.
just met. Yeah, she's very queen bee.
Nice.
And now so you're 10, whatever. How does your dad introduce a new mom?
He did the single dad thing for a little bit, and then we just met her.
And did he say like this is
my girlfriend.
someone important to me? Like how did he? Do you
I don't
remember?
even remember.
No. So what wasn't traumatizing then?
No, my dad wasn't like dating around really. You know,
Okay.
my dad had fun in the 80s, and
As he
I
should
think,
have.
and then he retired.
Yeah, yeah. Hell
Well,
yeah.
my stepmom was like,
Right.
and she kept it on lock. So, yeah,
And they've been together ever since?
Yeah.
That's
That's
nice.
amazing. That's so
Yes,
cool.
It's really kind of calm.
I love
You
that
wouldn't
for you.
expect when you look at my family, you wouldn't expect that energy,
Right.
And it's actually quite calm.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
No,
That's
it's good.
amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
So fun.
Yeah, it flew by. What would you like to promote? Where can we find more of you? What do you want to push?
You can follow me on Instagram and even TikTok at Gabby Bryan. I have my own podcast called Le Podcast with comedian Zach Senior. What else do I have? I perform. I post that on my
Hell yeah.
Instagram all the time. I'm constantly doing shows. And that's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go see Gabby live, guys. Enjoy it. Follow her. This has been Guys We Fcked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday.